Have mental illnesses become badges of honor? I mean, with young people on TikTok and everything, and they say, did you know that I'm depressed? I have anxiety too. Oh, and I also have bipolar disorder, and I suffer from ADHD, and I'm mildly autistic. Have these things become personality traits rather than disorders?
That's a great question. And the irony is, it's the same generation we're talking about. We're polluting the atmosphere. We're ruining the earth, who are going out trying to say, look, we need to stop all this kind of pollution. They're the ones who are polluting themselves the most by taking more and more pills. Like, as you say, I'm autistic, I'm trans, I'm neurodiverse, I'm depressed, I'm bipolar, I'm whatever. The weird thing is, it's the same group of people wanting to keep chemicals out of the environment that are pumping them into themselves. Very strange.
But why is it happening though? Why are these things that you supposedly suffer from? Why have they become something to be proud of?
And that's a key question. You're asking absolutely the right question. I'm sure it's the kind of question that people looking at this or reading anything you write about it need to be thinking about. Why is this happening? Why is Greta Thunberg's generation behaving so well in one area and so weirdly so weirdly differently in the other area? Why are they not saying, my body's a bit like the earth, I shouldn't be polluting it too much? Yes, there are times we need to pump chemicals into the environment. Yes, there are times I need to put chemicals into me. But, this is crazy. What we're doing now is just plain crazy. And, with the environment, we're talking about killing the earth, okay? Life expectancy in teenagers and adults generally in the Western world has been falling in recent years for the first time.
What do you mean?
People are not living as long. When we began using pills 50 years ago for depression and diabetes, they were used in a kind of smarter way. We didn't just give you pills. We only gave you pills when it looked like you really needed them. And that helped life expectancies improve. People were living longer. That's changed in the last 10 or 12 years so that people are now not living as long as they were before. And it's even changed for teenagers. They are now having shorter lives than they used to have.
How much do these antidepressants cost?
I don't know how much they cost. I haven't ever had to buy them. Um, the amount of drugs that people get put on, though, costs more and more the whole time. Let me explain. Probably particularly the case in teenagers these days. We used to think that teenagers couldn't get depressed. They might get unhappy, be good to talk to an adult about their problems and things like that, but they didn't get clinically depressed. Now we have a situation where you've got a lot of teenagers in actually here in Canada, in the United States, etc., who can be on 10 psychotropic drugs at the same time. That is, drugs acting on their behavior. And what happens is you have a teen who's put on one of the SSRIs and they become suicidal. And they get told, oh, that means that you've really got bipolar disorder and we need to put you on a drug called a mood stabilizer. Okay? And one of the things that a mood stabilizing group of drugs do, they're also called an antipsychotic. But one of the things they do is to make you less focused. If you're hearing voices or have strange beliefs, we don't want you to focus on these things. So that's what these pills do, okay? So you get put on this and you come back to the doctor after a few weeks who asks you how you are. And you say, well, look, I'm not too bad, but I can't focus as much as I used to do before. So he gives you a rating scale for ADHD, for attention deficit disorder, which all of the questions about, are you able to focus? And you say, no, no, no. And he looks at the rating scale and says, you've got ADHD as well. I need to put you on a pill for that. But the pills for ADHD, are aimed at helping you focus. The antipsychotic he has you on is aimed at getting you to not focus. And on the dopamine system, they're working the opposite way. Literally, the idea of you being on both these pills is crazy, okay? It's a bit like me putting you up on a weighing scales, right? And getting what your weight is, and then putting a 25 kilogram weight in your right hand and a 25 kilogram weight in your left hand and saying, you're 50 kilograms overweight, I need to give you a pill to lose weight, rather than just get the kilograms out of your hands, And that's the situation we have, which is the actual cost of some of the older drugs you're on may be going down, but the bill that the government pays or your insurers pay is going up the whole time because everybody from teenagers up are on more and more pills. It used to be rare to be on more than 1 or 2 pills per day. Now it's pretty common for lots of people to be on 5 pills every single day of the year.